Well, welcome everyone to our Monday night call after conference. I don't know about you, but I'm still like on this high coming off of conference. Like I was on the plane just writing note after note in my iPhone of like ideas that I have and people I want to talk to and just plans for our team. And so I'm really, really honored to be leading this call. And for those of us who were there, it was a magical conference. We learned so much. We had a ton of fun. I laughed harder than I've laughed in ages. People were snorting. I mean, it was just, we had so many funny moments. And so we had our Friday night party, which Kurt put on, was like amazing at the Punch Bowl Social. We had our, let's see if this works. We had our prayer breakfast, which is always phenomenal. And yeah, we learned a lot. We got to hear the NMD speeches, which were super inspiring. And so tonight, I might have like kicked my notes, off the table or something, but I'm gonna find them. Tonight, we're gonna share with you guys who didn't get to go a little bit about what we learned. And of course, you can never truly replicate a conference, right? But we can bring our nuggets, our takeaways to you guys and share with you guys just some of the exciting things that are coming, some of the nuggets that impacted us in our business. And so here we go. I am going to start off by just saying that we missed you all. If you were not there, we missed you, and we're so glad you're here, and we're so glad we can be connected virtually all over the United States and beyond. And I get to do some fun updates. So every conference, when you're a national marketing director, you get to go to what's called an NMD meeting. And it's on Thursday before conference starts. And they kind of go over some of the things that are going to come at conference and go a little bit more in depth. And so I'm going to talk about our corporate updates, okay? So if you guys have been watching our Facebook page, there's some really exciting things coming down the pipeline in 2019 from corporate. These are things that were, the first things I'm going to talk about were not, I don't think they were announced at the main stage at conference, but they were announced in the NMD meetings. And I don't have very many details, but I just want to give you guys the heads up so that you know this is coming. Number one, we're getting a simplified compensation plan. Woo woo! I don't know about you, but I didn't understand how I got paid or the marketing plan until I was a QNMD. So, I mean, I was already well up the ladder before I even knew. And then it was probably Jenny or someone like asking me, Michelle, how do we get this? How do we do that? I'm like, I don't know, but I will go find out. So just goes to show you don't have to know it all before, in order to make advancements in our business. The next thing is with that simplified compensation plan, we're going to get paid on the price of the product instead of a point system. So again, I don't know what that looks like, but that's something that they shared. The new incentive plan with this compensation plan is going to pay up front to bring people in, and it's going to pull people all the way through the marketing plan. The goal of simplifying is to make it so much easier to not only bring people into our business, but to launch them through sales coordinator, SSC, QNMD, NMD, and get more people to the top position in our company quicker. So what an amazing time to be a part of our business. They're also rolling out a new virtual office. You guys, our company started 25 years ago, and the technology has not been able to catch up over, for a long time. They've spent $35 million investing in this new platform for us. And the first part of it is going to roll out at the end of the spring. So I don't know if that means end of April, end of May, but it's going to be the end of the spring. And I'm going to share my screen with you real quick and show you a few of the slide shots that they showed us at conference. Let's see here. Nope. Second. You guys don't need to see Rachel Platten's song lyrics, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So these are all posted on our Facebook page. So this is a preview of what the virtual office could look like. So obviously your KPI dashboard looks different. Some of the things are the same. Your business alerts look a little bit different. But really what I love is you're going to have real-time data. You're going to know your PV volume, your PB volume. You're going to know what things your team is doing. It's going to be so much easier. Estimated performance bonus, that's estimated qualifiers in your team, estimated POB qualifiers in your team. All the things that we promote and recognize are going to be easy to understand and find. Commission, this is like an example of, you know, showing your commission, showing your volume, showing your POB volume. So it's like, oh, it tells you how far you are away. You don't have to get in super nitty gritty. Things are going to be just so much easier to see. So it's going to say, you know, maybe if you have excess, how much has been paid and how much is pending, which is a huge thing because we get to the 20th of the month and we're like, well, I don't know how many orders I have running on the 26th or 27th or 28th. And this is going to allow us to see pending orders so we can guess so much closer to how, you know, what we're going to finish at the end of the month, which is amazing. I actually got to be on a virtual office makeover committee a couple years ago, and this is some of the feedback we gave them. Qualification tracking, obviously that's something that's really important to us, and tells you when you're qualified. So everything's just going to be so much easier. You're going to have an earnings insight. Remember I talked about simplifying how do we get paid and what are my earnings. There's going to be dashboard tools that make it so much easier to understand that information. So sales insights, another thing that's going to be, you know, your orders, new customers, customer reorder by your team, by yourself, and by individual legs of your business. So who's excited about that? Who's ready for a new virtual office? Y'all, I've had to deal with it for 9 years, okay? So I am so ready. Okay, so that is the virtual office. We are also going to be having a new store website. So we're also going to have one website login. So basically, the way they made it sound was that we're going to be able to log in once and be able to access the virtual office or our customer website at the same time, just from one login, which is pretty cool. So the customer website's going to be different. There's going to be a new customer engagement tool. And all of this should be rolling out in the next 9 to 12 months. So like within 2019, we should be getting all of these things. So that is super, super exciting. And I have one more thing to share with you guys, but I don't have it right this minute. So I'm going to circle back at the end or in between people so I don't waste our precious time, and give you guys an update on one of the newest product launches that is coming through the Juice Plus company. So I'm going to turn it over to Casey. Are you here?
I am.
Perfect. I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about the amazing speaker that Juice Plus brought in, Keith Abraham, and some of the things he shared, and then also talk about just the invaluable experience of conference.
Hey guys, thanks for being here. I'm super pumped to talk about our speaker, Keith Abraham. He is amazing. He's really a performance coach. His big focus was his discovery between best performance and people who are absolutely passionate about their life. And so, you know, as a leader on our team, we tend to see potential in our teammates before y'all see it in yourselves, just like Michelle saw potential in me before I saw it in myself. And so, you know, we tend to suppress our dreams, desires, and destinations, things we want to do in our life, where we want to go. When the reality is we need to determine like what's important, what matters, and what makes a difference to ourselves. And so he really, you know, keyed in on these things and sharing like the fact that you can do anything, you can be anything, and you can achieve anything, whether it's your profession, business, leader, knowledge, your personal life, your marriage, travel, health, that with clarity comes confidence. I just want to repeat that. With clarity comes confidence. You know, in our mindset, in our activity with our business, consistency becomes so much easier when we have that clarity. So, and I know that Michelle and I say this often in this business, like just be consistent, even with baby steps, just be consistent. And that comes with clarity. And so he has given us this amazing tool to focus, to get to that clarity. And I'm going to post the link on our team page tonight with the login information to share with you guys. So it is, it's a multitude of things, but it's a resource that's basically going to help you develop your life goals, discovering your passions. There's an ebook to discover your passions. There's a list, a 100 lifetime dreams worksheet. It's 25 questions. Things like, 4 financial milestones you want to achieve in your life, 4 natural wonders of the world you'd love to see, 4 modern wonders of the world, ancient wonders, something you'd love to learn, something you'd love to teach. So it's just some really important things to, get clarity in your life. And what he really encourages you to do is to fill it out and to share it with your upline. And then 3 years later, share it again with your upline, share it with your significant other, share it with people in your life that are going to keep you accountable and keep you on that path. And then 3 years from now, really determine with that person that you shared it with, how many you've achieved. It's really interesting. He talked a lot about like people that shared it, the more likely they were going to achieve those things. The average was much higher when you share it. And that's really powerful, right? And when we think about our goals, when we share our goals with very clear what our goals are, it's more than likely we're going to hit it because we know what our activity needs to be and we know what our consistency needs to look like. And so it's going to really help you, change your attitude, become more confident, and really become more courageous in this business. And so 2 questions I want to leave you with, specific to what he shared. What are your goals going into October for Austin conference? Y'all need to be there. We're going to be making some big celebrations, just saying. And where are you going to be in 12 months? Where are you going to be next April? Not just in 6 months, but where are you going to be 1 year from now? So these resources are available to you. I'll be posting the link. And then I want to share with you guys the value of going to conference because, I've missed 2 conferences in the 8 years that I've been with Juice Plus, and I regret it completely. I will literally never miss a conference ever. Actually, Jesse just missed this conference, and he literally 2 weeks ago was like, how can we make this happen? Like, who can we have watch the kids? Why am I missing conferences? This was a stupid decision. And so total regret reminder, right? So the value of conference is this. Even if you walk away from conference learning a lot of things, my biggest takeaway is that the people that you meet at conference are truly lifelong relationships that you will take forever. I have met some of the most miraculous men and women because of this company, people that outside of Juice Plus, I am deep friends with them, and they have lifted me up in areas of my life that I never recognized that I needed this help. I sat down and had a 45-minute conversation with a friend through our company, not on our team, that just totally poured into me and lifted me up spiritually and just encouraged me on my journey that I'm on. And I had no expectation of that going into conference, but that's the kind of stuff you get from conference. So there's so much more value than just going and learning. I truly believe it's the relationships that get cultivated at conference, the tight time you get with your team that is like priceless. You can't put a price on it. So that's the value that you get from going to conference, and that's why you make it a priority, and that's why Jesse will never miss ever again.
Boom. Mic drop. Thanks. That's so awesome. And Keith Abraham, I think his website's keithabraham.com. And just to tag on to your saying about your goals, I'm listening to Girl Stop Apologizing, and Rachel Hollis said today that she told the world she's going to have a New York Times bestselling book. And then when it came out, it wasn't on the list. And she was like so devastated, but she was still proud that she shared that it would be. And then, she kind of picked herself up off the floor, and 10 weeks later it happened and it became a New York Times bestseller. So just because it doesn't happen, maybe when you say it does, you should still keep going for your goals. Okay, next we have a first-time conference attendee, Sabrina Frayman, and she's going to share just her experience and takeaways as a brand new Express Track SC and someone who just came to their first conference. So Sabrina?
Hello. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Michelle. Awesome. Well, yeah, so I'm honestly still digesting and kind of recapping the whole weekend. It was a lot, but it was a whole lot of fun. I'm kind of I know I'm getting what the whole hype about the conferencing is now. So I know, we talk about it. It's so important to make it to conference, and I do see it. I share what Casey just kind of said and reviewed. It's so important. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved, they do such a great job, whoever puts the whole conference together. And as pretty much still like a new rep in the company, it was so inspiring because I was sitting there and it was like pretty much everything. It was educational, lots of wisdom, lots of personal development, fun, celebration. So it was really like a complete package of those 3 days. So that was amazing. So just honestly, like Casey said, I would also emphasize making the conference. I don't want to miss that. And I'm so looking forward to the October one. Another takeaway, also somewhat Casey mentioned, it's a team. So it was so great to finally meet all of you. And honestly, I feel as important, the value of being at the conference and listening to the speakers and everything, it was as much valuable to talk to you guys, to meet the team and to bond. And as a newcomer too, it was like I had questions and I was able to ask you guys, what has worked for you, what hasn't worked, and just kind of sharing experiences and really being with each other and talking about the business and about ideas and how can we make this all happen together. So that was absolutely valuable. I loved that. So I'm looking forward to building more relationships with you guys. So that was awesome. And then number 3, really, again, for me, there's so much that has been shared during those 3 days. And I feel like I got the point again about how many amazing tools we have, where the company provides us. And I want to really make those tools work for my business. Whether it's the 3-way call, it's all the resources we have online, that we should go out and just do events. So really using those amazing tools that we are being provided, and we don't really have to reinvent. So I really want to take that and overall and keep it simple as well. That was another message, right? So with all those tools we have and things we can share, we don't have to reinvent. We don't really have to come up with something grandiose and wait for something grandiose, because it's very simple. Our products are very simple, and that's what we should go out and just kind of talk to people and keep it that way. So thanks, y'all. Looking forward to October.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of first timers in Austin. I believe it. Well, thank you so much. Next, we're gonna have Jillian White. She was, I don't know, how many conferences was this for you? 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere in there?
Somewhere like 5 or something like that. Yes, I missed.
So she's going to talk about Ashley Hudson and her awesome.
Mind blowing.
So you can go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, and I'll second, I missed a couple conferences just with life and stuff like that. And being back at one, it was just so amazing and so inspiring. So Ashley Hudson, she is a fairly new NMD. I think she walked 6 months ago. And if you guys don't follow her, please follow her. She's just so inspiring and just a little firecracker and just a really awesome person all around. So she talked about, I'm going to really piggyback off of what Sabrina said. She talked about an acronym called STEP. So the S stands for Share Juice Plus. Share the product and the business story and really keep it simple. Like Sabrina said, this does not have to be complicated. We share our stories about the product and we share our stories about the business. And if you don't have a business story, share someone else's business story until you have one. The T stands for 3-way connection calls. She really talked about just the power of getting your upline or someone else on your team who could make a connection with the person and really using that. Why are we, spending so much time trying to fight our way through some conversations when we have all of these other people that can help us with that? So get our upline on the calls. The E stands for events. So yeah, thanks, Michelle. So online events, in-person events, she said events just are where it's at. Get people in front of you, get the butts in the seats, and that is where they'll feel the emotion and really, want to hop on board, want to be part of this. And she, the P stands for personal development. So never stop, learning more about yourself and growing. And that is really how you're going to also grow in the business. And she shared a couple of really awesome quotes. So I wanted to kind of share those with you guys too. So if you want to move up, you have to show up. And this quote really resonated with me. The quote was, "I would rather be a hot mess of bold action, make it happen, learn on the fly kind of a person than a perfectly organized coward." So, which is so true. And something that struck me, I'm guilty of it too, where I'm always like, wording, what do I say for this? What do I say for this? I'm not sure how to respond to this. And she said the best wording out there, if you have a question about it, is your wording. So you know what to say. People want to hear what's coming out of your mouth. And she reiterated that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And she said she was just, ignorance on fire when she started and was talking to everyone about it, about Juice Plus, and just is super excited about it. And people followed her excitement and followed her passion, and you just can't go wrong about it. And so that was something that really stuck with me, because I still get in my head. I've been in this business for 4 years, and I still get in my head about what I'm saying. And then I'm just going to share one more, that attitude is everything, so stay positive. And the quote was, "Your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card, and how you leave others feeling after an experience with you becomes your trademark." So if you're a positive person, if you lead with positivity, people are going to want to be around you. People are going to want to do what you're doing and want to be a part of it. So there were so many fantastic nuggets, but those were kind of the main things that she talked about. And like I said, if you don't follow Ashley Hudson, go out and follow her, because you will just feel she's someone who makes you feel really good and wants to be around you, and you want to be around her, and you can tell as to why she's had so much success in this business and why, as a new NMD, she's already doing trainings on the main stage.
Awesome. Yes, I loved all those quotes. I'm glad you captured them, because I was video recording and I couldn't take any notes because I was recording. So thank you.
Sure thing.
What a gift. I second everything. And she literally just went to everyone and was like, "Hey, did you know that they can put fruits and vegetables in a capsule? That you can get fruits and vegetables in a capsule?" And that's what she said to a lot of people. And so just keep it simple, sweetie. I just love that message. Thank you, Jillian. Okay, next we have another newbie, Melissa. Do you say it Topete? Is that how you say your last name? Melissa? I think I saw you on here. Where are you, Melissa?
Me. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yay.
Say your last name for me. Topete?
Yes, you said it perfectly. You did it.
Yay! Perfect. Okay, so Melissa was also a first-time attendee. She's really a brand new rep who just made her HLP. Is that what I hear?
Yes, today.
Yay! The power of conference. So she made her HLP, and she's going to talk about her experience as a first-time attendee and about social media, because she's someone good to follow and know when it comes to social media. Yay!
Yay! So I'm very excited to be on this call. It's actually one of my first calls ever, actually. So I'm really, really excited, taking it all in still from, such an inspiring 3-day conference. And I just learned so much. Met so amazing people. Everyone was so welcoming, whether they were part of your team or not. And I'm still taking it all in. It was just so inspiring to see, people from all over the country on the same mission to bringing fruits and vegetables to families' tables, just come together to want to learn and grow, and, just share this amazing product. I was touched by a lot of amazing stories. There were great speakers this year. I'm really excited, really looking forward to the Austin one in October. And the presentations were also great. I'm going to be talking about the Ali Shepley and the Tracy Poncherelli presentation. They dove in on some amazing topics about social media. And their presentation was more about how one can leverage their social media to build a strong community of like-minded individuals who can follow you, and eventually that can lead to customer conversion. So meaning your followers can eventually become your customers, or eventually, or ideally, your members that are going to be part of your team, right? So my biggest takeaway from their presentation, which was really short, clear, and sweet and concise, and I loved it, was authenticity and bringing value to your virtual community. So by authenticity, they mean you want to just be yourself. So you don't want to necessarily have, they focus more on Instagram than they did on Facebook, but whatever your social platform is, whether you focus more on Facebook, whether it be Twitter, whether it be Pinterest, whether it be any social platform that you prefer to use. I typically use Instagram, so that's what I'm going to be focusing a little bit on, is try to not make it so salesy, like buy. And that's something that Juice Plus encourages anyway, so that's easy. But sometimes people get stuck because you're like, you want to make sure that people are kind of interested in your products, but how do I incorporate products in a way that's organic? So she talked about basically how you should just be yourself, right? So if you're a mom, if you're a wellness coach, if you like to go hiking, include that in your posts, make them about you and your story, and then incorporate, the Juice Plus capsules, or maybe they're part of your morning routine, maybe they're part of something that you do before you go hiking, or maybe you like to share information on your social media, so it's more of a personal blog, and you're including recipes, and that's a good way to kind of incorporate, the shakes and the capsules. So it was just more about like being a resource to your virtual community that could eventually attract people, because you're building accountability, and because you're building trust. That is a way that you can get people to say, I trust Michelle. She seems like somebody that really, looks into, what she puts in her body. And if she's, sharing about these capsules, and maybe I'm going to take a look into them, and I'm going to ask to see, what they're all about. And then you start conversations that way through like direct messaging or in the comments. So they really just focused about just being you and not being caught up on like the overwhelm of social media, and just taking a step back and saying, this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to incorporate my business as part of my life. So I thought that was really cool. And it's also a way of being of value. So yeah, those were my biggest takeaways. I don't know if you have any particular questions. I had more notes, but I don't have them with me. I wish I could share all of them, but it was quite inspiring, just because, oh, and I did want to talk about, they did mention that Juice Plus is, they've been, actively working on creating content for social media, so that you can find, I think within your virtual office, you can find resources. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You guys can just all go into the resources that JP offers, and post, whether it be stories, whether it be posts. You can use their images, which are getting a lot better from what I've seen in the past. They look more modern and just clean and refreshing. So they're going to be a lot easier to incorporate as a lifestyle feed.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that. They are getting so much better. And just follow Juice Plus on Instagram. They have a lot of posts that you can just take the picture and, use your own wording. And, if your picture of capsules in your hands looks dark and ugly, you can use one that they have that's really pretty and bright. And
exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Melissa. We're so glad you were there. We got to meet you. It was so fun. We had a lot of great laughs. Okay. Next, we have Jenny Cohodes. Jenny,
Yes.
You're here, Jenny. She's going to be sharing about a training called Grooming Your Team for Success by Jill Herman, a National Marketing Director, 39 Club, that had an amazing presentation that I also recorded, and you can find it more in depth on our team page. So Jenny.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure my headphones were connected. Hi guys, I'm Jenny, and I'm going to share a little bit about Jill Herman. She is a 39 Club NMD, and she shared on Saturday morning a presentation called Grooming Your Team, or Grooming for Your Team. And while this sounds a lot like team, what was really interesting about Jill and her whole topic was she really opened your eyes to actually turning inwards and really taking a look at yourself. So, you know, she asks really good questions like, what are you tolerating? What are your negative being that are blocking your duplication or blocking your success? Like, what have you been putting up with? And, you know, really telling her very moving story of herself, of what she went through. You know, she got to NMD, but then she kind of fell off a little bit because, in her words, you know, she was sometimes bossy and not the best person, demanding, and all of these different things. And it really took her years of figuring out that, she says, 90% of this business is your own mindset. And 10% is like the skill and the action you take and everything else. But 90% of your business is yourself. How are you showing up? And I just thought that was so interesting, to really think about wherever your business is right now is because of you. So if you're moving fast, if you're, you know, knocking down some of your fears and willing to look at that, you're probably going to be manifesting a lot of success. But if you're caught up in the stories that you're telling yourself, you know, that's what you're going to be witnessing with your business. So then she talked a lot about, you know, moving through that, how to move through that. And then she talked about getting into the team part of it, grooming your team for success, showing up how you can create the best community and culture possible, and how you know who to work with. So one of the couple things that she shared is that they have, or she has, 3 team mantras that she likes to tell everyone on their beginning calls. And those 3 team mantras are: you are a blessing, whether you do a little or a lot. You can go at your own pace, and you are acceptable as you are. And she said, you know, sometimes that can seem a little counterintuitive because we're like, no, but we need you to move to goals and do all these things. And she's like, absolutely not the truth. Like, you're acceptable as you are. You're such a blessing. And this is all up to you and what you want to do. And then she also talked about the 3 success ingredients that really show you who you should be pouring your time into, because it really is the truth that you can go at your own pace and you can do a little bit or a lot. A lot of people are going to do a little bit, and that's okay. Here are the 3 success ingredients that show you who you should be pouring into. These are, when you see these 3 success ingredients, you know that, like, these people are rock stars. They're ready to go. They're going to have goals. You want to work with them. And those 3 success ingredients are that they are a teachable and coachable person, they have a burning desire, and they are willing to do the work. They're showing up and they're willing to do the work. Those are the 3 success ingredients to really allow you to look at your team and kind of ask yourself, am I like dragging someone along, or am I pouring my energy into someone who is like, doesn't have a desire and isn't doing the work? And so really taking a look at yourself, taking a look at your teammates, and really inviting, opening up, manifesting yourself, you know, in your life to accept new teammates like that. So it was pretty phenomenal. One last thing I wanted to share that had nothing to do with Jill's presentation. This is actually another really short presentation. It was only like maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. It was just an update about the Healthy Starts program that we offer to give kids free Juice Plus, which is amazing. And we have now impacted 1.5 million children, you guys, 1.5 million children. So amazing. And she also shared a message. I'm just going to read this to you guys really quick, because she was talking about just the power of, we have so many families who are doing this, and why are we not going out there and telling more people about this and asking our customers, our raving fans, to do this even more. So this was a sample text message, and I'm happy to put this in Team Plant Strong as well. But she said, go to your customers and say, thank you for being such a loyal customer. Your participation in the Healthy Starts program is helping our mission to inspire healthy living. My team and I have a goal to enroll 25 new families in this program by the end of May. Would you be open to helping us gather more forward-thinking families like yourself? So I thought that was awesome. My team thought that was awesome. It's definitely something that we are going to use. And conference is a blast. So I can't wait to have it here in Austin in October.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Austin. And that, yes, please put that text message, because I didn't get to write that down either. But yeah, we're all going to go to Austin, and we're going to stay at Jenny's house. We already talked about it. We're just going to put up tents in her yard. Just kidding. But but it's gonna be in her backyard. So if you need suggestions or ideas, like, I used to live there, Casey used to live there, Jenny lives there, she has several teammates that live there, so we're in good company for sure. So Casey wants you to put the message in this chat if you can. The last but certainly,
can I put
what?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask, I'd have it as a picture. Can you put a picture in this chat?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. If not, I will put, sorry, I'm on my phone right now. I'm not on my computer. Yeah, I'll put it on the team page right after this.
Perfect. Okay, so the Much and Juice Plus is a very narrow product line, and they don't bring out new products very often. And so at conference, we got to hear a little bit about our next featured product, which is Juice Plus Lift. Woo woo. So if you guys see it, I have one here. I haven't tried it yet because I'm waiting to do a video of it so I can post for you guys and everyone to see. But it comes in these cool little discs, and it is a natural energy powdered beverage. You basically open it and you mix it with water in a water bottle, in a shaker bottle. People say it's really good in coconut water. So that's something else you can try it with. But my first thought was like energy drink, that's not really aligned with our, there's some feedback. Let's see here. It's not really aligned with our company, but then I got one and I realized that it is very aligned with our company. It is a whole food based drink. It literally is yerba mate. So some of the natural energy comes from yerba mate, which is a tea, tart cherry, mango, guava, lemon peel, and beetroot. So you can see the ingredients are labeled right here. And it's literally just whole food powders that you put into a drink. And the cool thing is this is also a way for people to get their B vitamins. This has all the B vitamins except for B12, because B12 is not available in plants. But this has all the other B vitamins, and B vitamins do help increase energy, right? Naturally increase energy. The other thing that this can be beneficial for is mood, clarity, and focus. So people have said it helps with just being able to focus. People who have ADD or ADHD, that might need some help just laser focusing, getting focused on things. That's something that this blend will help. It's not going to make you have the jitters, and it's not going to be like a Starbucks or, whatever, a Red Bull. It's just going to be a natural enhancing energy drink that's going to give us more fruit and veggie powders and give us those really important B vitamins. So everything Juice Plus does is they try to find a whole food way to bridge gaps in the market. So there was an omega gap, a plant-based omega gap, and there's a B vitamin gap. And so this is just a really cool way to do that. So when is it going to come? I know that's your next question. Well, NMDs are getting their hands on this in May. We have an NMD meeting that we're going to, and so we're going to get this. And for those of you that are coming to the leader retreat, you might have one of these in your goodie bag. And for the rest of you, it's going to be available in Austin at our Austin conference in October. That's when we're going to launch it. It's already launched in Europe. They've had a great success launching this product. And I think it's really going to be a great fit in our portfolio of things. I have other customers that use Arbonne fizzy sticks or whatever. I have people that use something from Advocare, Spark. And so this is a way to bring our customers, back to us and saying, hey, here's a better whole food, natural alternative. So super excited. Thank you guys. This is all we have. It was an amazing conference. We can't possibly fit everything into 30, 40 minutes now, but just know that we had an incredible time, and we want you guys to be in Austin. It's October, I think 17th through the 19th. Yep, 17th through the 19th. And I'm going to go early and spend time. Austin's a really cool city. It's not one where you're going to want to just go Friday and Saturday. You're going to want to stay till Sunday or go Wednesday, get more time there. And our goal as a team is to have over 50 of us at conference. So Jenny's house is going to be packed. It's going to be an amazing time. And we're just going to have a blast. So y'all have a great night, get some good rest, and let's go kill it for 75, Casey says. Okay, 75. We're going to build another story on Jenny's house. So y'all have an amazing night. We're going to have so much fun, and I can't wait to just help you crush your goals at the end of this month. Have a good night. Bye, guys.